Hello, Professor Hodges. I'm going to be teaching levels of sound today and all about sound with my students today. Here we go, guys. All right, all about sound. Okay. So we're going to be talking about energy. Can y'all tell me what energy is? No, turn your booklet over. Listen, no. Look, open to page 1. Right here. We'll flip back to this one. We're going to go to this side. All right, energy. What is energy? Tell me what energy is.
Power.
When it comes to sound.
Power.
But when we're talking about sound, what does the energy do for the sound?
The matter. Make the sound.
Right, like it helps make the sound. So it's the ability to do work and cause changes in matter, right? So what is sound?
Like speaking in here.
Right, it's like the volume of the sound, right? Or like how loud it is. It's also the kind of energy you hear when something vibrates. So like the sound is the vibration of whatever is playing. What is vibration? Or what does it mean to vibrate?
The thing that moves very fast, very quickly to make the sound.
Right. So yeah, good. That's perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna flip it over. And it says, what do you already know?
It'll pop.
It's
A balloon.
right, it says, what do you already know about sound? So can you tell me what you already know about sound?
It's a voice level of sound.
So
Volume.
yeah. So if let's use the soda machine for example. Do you hear the sound it's making?
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
Vibrating.
It's the soda machine vibrating. Okay, so you've already learned that sound is energy and what else?
Voice.
So sound is energy, vibration,
And
sound itself, right? Yeah. So what happens when we pop a balloon?
it'll pop. It'll explode.
And then we'll make loud noise.
Yeah, it's gonna go pop. And that scares me when someone pops a balloon. Like, I don't like that.
Like this.
Like the left side is like for 1 second, which makes people scared.
And then
Yeah,
and
I don't
when
like the pop.
balloon pops, it will go like this.
Do you like that sound?
Yeah.
You do? I don't. It scares me. Okay, so let's turn to the next page. All right. Can you explain, how do you explain the sound? It says, how do you sounds cause vibration? So can you explain how the vibrations cause the sound? What do you think's going on with the sound? Like, what do you think the vibrations are doing to make the sound?
The noise.
But what's making the noise?
The vibration.
So what's the vibration? Where's the vibration coming from? You're not wrong.
The
soda
machine.
So whenever the what?
From the
soda machine.
if it's like a soda machine, it will come from like the motor.
Yeah. Or like what if we took some sound tools and we were like doing them really, really fast? Where do you think the vibration would come from?
The table.
This isn't the sound tool. Y'all are silly. Y'all make me laugh. But like, what if we took a set of drums and we took the mallet, which is the piece that they use to beat the drum, and we made the loud beat on the drum. Where did the vibrations come from? What?
From the bendy rubber, I guess.
It would come from the base of the drum, right? And the mallet hitting together, so it would make that loud vibration. So that's what we hear. Okay, so it says when there is no sound coming from the speaker, what happens? So it's talking about we get a bowl of water. So we're gonna pretend that we have a bowl of water. Uh-oh, be careful. Are you okay? And we have a lot of loud sound in here. What is that water gonna do?
Vibrate.
Do you think the water's gonna stay still, or do you think it's gonna move?
Move.
It's gonna be moving, like shaking. Like when you move the table, it's gonna be moving.
So what's causing that water to move?
The
Vibrate.
speaker.
The speaker or the sound? Yes. So isn't it interesting how the sound causes the water to move? So what happens if we took the sound from being really loud to really quiet? Is the water going to continue to move really fast, or is it going to slow down?
It's gonna slow down.
Okay.
It'll just stay still. It'll just stay still.
Okay.
If you go to the next page.
What happens? It says a loud buzzing sound comes from the speaker. What does the water look like now?
Moving.
A loud buzzing sound.
Moving.
A loud buzzing sound is coming from the speaker. What is the water going to do?
Vibrate. Vibrate.
But is it going to be moving really fast or really slow? It's going to be moving slow.
Fast.
It's going to be moving really fast. Okay. So, what do you wonder about why the water vibrates?
Because the vibration comes
No,
from the speaker.
But do you wonder about why it vibrates?
Yeah.
So what do you wonder?
About how it vibrates.
Are y'all wondering what makes the water vibrate? Like, and how it vibrates?
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah,
how it moves?
I'm wondering that too, and I'm wondering how the speaker makes the noise.
Okay. All right, that's good. So do you want to write that on your packet? You can write that on your packet. You want to write it on your packet? Write what you wonder about why the water vibrates. Write what you wonder about why the water vibrates.
Okay.
On the next page.
Yeah, that one.
I'm trying to spell loud.
You're trying to spell what?
Loud.
Loud. Loud. What are those two letters together that make the ow sound?
OU.
Yeah. O-U and then D. Good. All right, are you ready to go to the next thing?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the next thing. It says, sound is a kind of energy you hear. You hear sound when something vibrates. Vibrate means to move quickly back and forth. So sound can also make objects vibrate. How do sound and vibrations
Each.
work together? I had to think about how I was going to word that. Like, how do they coincide with each other? Like, how do sound and vibrations work together to make a sound? What did we say the vibrations are doing?
Vibrating. Shaking.
Yeah, so what's making the sound?
Whatever.
So do you think that the sound is coming from how fast or how slow the vibrations are going? Right. So probably the louder the sound, the vibration, or the faster the vibrations are, the louder the sound is, right? And then the slower the vibrations are, the quieter the sound is. Do you think that's how that works? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on levels of sound. So we have levels of sound. And it's going to talk about how the different types of sound can go higher, lower, or they can be like, yeah, there's different levels of sound. So like, do you like your music really, really loud, or do you like it kind of loud, or do you like it soft?
Loud.
Okay. So see, different people like different things, right? So it says, what do you already know? It says, in the last lesson, you learned that sound is a type of energy. What else do you already know about sound?
Look, it's vibrating. Like that.
It says, when the drum vibrates, it makes sound. Some sounds are loud, like thunder during a storm. Can we hear lightning?
Yes. It's out.
Can we hear lightning?
No.
Or is it thunder we hear?
Thunder.
It's thunder. We see lightning, and lightning can be kind of cool sometimes, but we don't hear it. It's that big crack of thunder, like kabam, that we hear, right? So some sounds are soft, like a whisper to a friend.
The lightning is like this.
Think about some properties of sound. So like in music, does Mr. Danaheim talk about pitch and tempo and the volume? Yeah. So that's different types of sound, right? So a pitch is how high or how low a sound is, right? And then the volume is how loud or how soft it is, right? Yes. Good. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, we're on page 150. It says, why do sounds differ in levels of pitch and volume? Do y'all see what's in the picture? What is that thing on the stove?
A pot.
What kind of pot?
Can you help me?
A teapot. Yeah. So what does a teapot do?
Make tea.
Right. Right. But what do you put in that teapot?
Tea.
No.
Powder scissors, tea powder.
So you put water in the teapot, and then you put it on the stove.
Then you put tea powder in it.
No, you put it on the stove because the stove has to heat the water. And then what happens?
You put it in the pot.
When the water gets hot, what happens with that tea kettle?
It vibrates.
No. Well, it does.
It makes sound.
It gets really loud, right? Like it's whistling so loud that the hotter the water gets, the louder the whistle gets. So you're not going to forget that tea kettle is on the stove, right?
This is the noise.
No, it's like the little whistle that Michael just made. All right, so it says, close your eyes and really listen. There are a lot of sounds around you. Some are loud, such as an alarm going off in the morning. Some are soft, such as footsteps on a carpet. A whistling tea kettle has a high pitch. Sounds such as a dog growling have a low pitch. Listen sometime and see what you hear. So when y'all go home, y'all can go in your room and close the door, and y'all can meditate with your eyes closed. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all can go sit, like really do this. I think you'll like what you hear, right? So like sit.
For dinner.
So like sit on the floor and close your eyes and just listen. And see if you can label the sounds you hear without looking. And then you can come back and tell me if you were able to do it tomorrow, okay? That'll be so much fun. Yeah, you can still go to dinner. You don't have to sit there forever. Just do it for like 5 minutes. Like, you don't have to sit there forever. Have you ever listened to a dripping faucet?
Yeah.
The drops have a low pitched sound. It's like tick, 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 right? Are they loud or soft?
Soft.
Yeah, they don't drip very loud at all. But if you listen closely, you can hear like when the water hits the sink, you can hear the vibration from the water hitting the sink. And it's like, it's a different sound, right? So it says, what do you wonder about why sounds differ in pitch and volume? So on that page, on page 151, write what you wonder about pitch and volume. Right here. So just write whatever you're wondering. Not what someone else, just what you're wondering about pitch and volume. Do you wonder anything about pitch and volume?
I know.
You don't wonder anything?
I
Like
wonder-
what it takes to make the pitch and volume, or
I'm just wondering
how the
why.
different sounds can go high and low? You don't wonder anything? Okay.
I can spell Y and then I can spell rice.
WHY? That's a tricky one, huh? Thank y'all so much for helping me. I appreciate it.